This is my sketchbook. I'm going to do some swatching, probably my deep lights. And I think I'm going to do them in the shape of an egg because we're going to be getting close to Easter. So they'll be egg-shaped. Let me go ahead and just paint them in. I'm gonna start with color I'm gonna swatch is deep light today. So I will start with a color called Bark. So no color, usually you start with yellows and blue reds or pinks, but I'm just doing this in a random form. And this is Bark. It's really beautiful, it's a nice brown. Be great for trees. Landscapes, shadows, fences, buildings, just limitless number of things you can use this beautiful granulating color. Let's see if I can make this more like an Easter egg. That's Bark. And now I'm going to swatch Vermillion hue. Rich, it's a beautiful rich red. I think I prefer reds that are not, I don't know. I don't like magenta reds as much, I think. I like deeper, like maybe reds that have a little bit more kind of an orange tone to them. But that's not exclusive, it depends on what I'm doing. But again, this is Vermillion by Deep Light. Again, I'm not going to repeat Deep Light because this is what I'm swatching today is Deep Light. So, thanks for joining me today. Just doing a short little video. I'm going to swatch a few colors. I'm going to do here Tuff. This is the color Tuff. The sizing on this paper, because it's a sketchbook, it's not great. It's Baohong, it's great for just sketchbook, but probably should have used a better paper for the swatching, but we'll make do. I think we all need a little bit of relaxation and something nice to watch. And I just love looking at beautiful colors and how they play on the paper. And maybe this will give you ideas on if you like Deep Light, if you want to order some, the kind of colors you would personally like to add to your collections. Again, I am not a paid sponsor, but I do like to support small, independently owned businesses. Let's see if I can get this to be darker on the corners here. A little bit. Okay. soul of the oak. We'll try this. I think I did that last time, but I'll do it again because it's really beautiful. It starts off green, but then there will be surprises that will show up as you're painting, how the color separates. I think Deep Deep Light is very well known for their granulating colors, the fact that they're all natural, they're earth pigments. There's no cadmiums or heavy metals, anything like that in these colors. They're all inspired by nature in Latvia. So I'm going to go ahead and pull down some dark one here, and then I'm going to pull and see. There's actually a red undertone. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that on your screens, but I can see it here. Go ahead and add the names. Vermillion. I'll put it under the description of the video, the colors that I've swatched today. And this is Tuff, T-U-F-F. And this is Soul of the Oak. I like to do my swatches bigger so you can actually see the colors, because as they dry, a lot of times you'll see more of the granulation. Okay, the next color I'm going to do is Mars Black. Now, their Mars Black is really beautiful. I just think the way it granulates and moves is really quite nice. And it's great in mixes. Like I've made some happy accidents with it. So I did just get these paints, maybe some of these about 2 weeks ago. And I got the other delivery just last night. So I kind of combined these. I don't do the unboxing much because really, I don't know. I don't see their need for undoing, while you're watching me struggle with wrapping paper and all that. But it comes nicely packaged. Nothing comes, I have yet to have anything damaged. And it's coming from across the world to my hometown here in California. I am an artist out of San Francisco. With this channel, eventually I'll do probably some demonstrations, just do some paintings with some of the colors that I've made. I haven't really planned it out that well, but as it develops, I will develop with it. Here's a color called Albert's Muss, M-U-S-S, Albert's Muss. I want to see what this looks like. I haven't swatched this yet. I don't think I have, at least. Let's see. Probably going to add some music back into the event. I'm not feeling like I have much to say today. It is my one day off this week, which I'm very grateful for. Do love my job, but I do need my downtime. Absolutely. I think we all need that. Just to relax, not have anything we need to do, and just enjoy ourselves. It's kind of similar to Tuff. I think that sound is my Wonder Boom. I'm trying to get the music to play. Let me see. Cannot open. All right, we're going to try a different song. Well, it looks like Apple Music is having some issues because my playlist, a lot of the things that I've downloaded over the time is not allowing me to play. So that is weird. Let's see. I probably shouldn't use Apple Music, to be honest with you. I probably should use something different, but it's just convenient because I use Apple products. Oh well, no music for us. And let's try some burnt sienna. Oh, that's nice. What are the kind of things that you like to paint? Go ahead and drop a comment if you'd like. Let me know what you like to paint and what you'd like to see me paint. I do a lot of landscapes. I can do plants and florals, and starting to dabble in birds and some illustrative style things. I love doing whimsical houses, and you know, I'm gonna kind of, I don't know, I'm toying with the idea of doing illustrations for a book maybe someday. But I actually would want to take a class because I've never illustrated a children's book before, or a graphic novel. All ideas that will maybe develop over time into something real. But it's good to stay creative and want to continue to grow. So let me write down the colors on these. This is Mars Black. And this is Albert's Muss, M-U-S-S. And this is Burnt Sienna. Okay. Let's try this Rhubarb. It's a very nice green. It can be very useful, actually. I love greens. I don't know. I use a lot of green. Yes, I can mix greens, but you know, I also really like owning pre-made greens. Often I use the pre-made greens and add other things to them too, just depending on what I'm painting. I might come back into these and decorate these eggs for Easter, like with a pen. Some like white or black pen. Why not? That is a wonky looking egg. Okay. And that is rhubarb. We had a beautiful rhubarb plant in our backyard in Colorado, and it was glorious. And it was a beautiful plant, and it would have like really nice leaves and flowers that would come up. And I just always thought, well, one day I'll go out and I'll cut off some rhubarb and make a strawberry rhubarb pie or do something with it. And I never did. So now I don't live there anymore. So maybe in my next house I will purchase a rhubarb plant. Look forward to planting a lot of things. Okay, another color I'm going to swatch here is called Rutas Dream. Rutas Dream. I wish I could say it with a proper English accent because I love watching Natasha Newton and Lily Moon. They have such beautiful voices. I have an American accent because, yes, I was born and raised here. But I have a family member, my mother, from Spain, so I am half Spanish, and I plan to eventually live in Spain at least part of the year. That hasn't come up yet, but it will be probably in the next few years. It is a lovely country. I prefer the government to what we have now. Not to get political, but anyway, yeah, we're going through it here in the United States if you don't live here. I think a lot of us are, it's just pretty hard. But anyway. Oh, this Rutas Dream actually has a lot of pink undertones. Let me push some of this color around a little bit more so we could see it. If you can see, maybe there's a little pink right there. It's kind of a cool greenish, grayish, bluish with pink undertones. All right, the next one I will do is, let's see, bent grass. So this one will be really good for like fields and landscapes and I don't know, anything, barns, sand. You can use colors for any landscape. Or still life. I mean, you know, options are endless. And there we go. Make this more like an egg. Actually, I need to go buy some eggs. I think the key to buying eggs right now is you got to get up really early in the morning and get them when they first are delivered, because I think some stores have some of them on sale, but they run out really quickly. I don't know if in wherever you're watching, if you're having egg shortages, but we are having problems with eggs. Guess there was a bird flu or avian flu, and supposedly that is why. But I often wonder, sometimes these things happen and the prices don't really come down to levels, like, you know, they raise the prices and they keep them high. But I am going to do, let's see, what's the next color I want to do? Oh, Forget-Me-Not. Let's look at Forget-Me-Not. That is a beautiful light blue. And here we are. And if you hear anything in the background, that's my daughter watching a Spanish version of Naked and Afraid. The joys of having family. It is wonderful, actually. Yeah. I am blessed. Reality TV. I don't like that show. Just, she loves shows about nature and animals. That she's terrified of. Like, I come home and I see on my playlist that she's been watching things about crocodiles. Gosh. Yeah. On my, like, she's signed in under my profile and she's watching things about large snakes that eat people, and I'm like, oh my gosh. No, please no. All right. And this is Forget-Me-Not. So let me go ahead and write these in here. Get a better pen. So this one was, let's see, what was this? This was Rutas Dream. Well, the pen's not working so well, so we'll try a different one. And then this one is bent grass. Yeah, I have to stop and do this because I will forget what I just did. I don't know if anyone else has that problem. I usually have that problem when I'm walking. I leave the room. I go like to the kitchen. I'm like, what was I? Why did I go into the kitchen? Like, why am I here? Anyway. Okay, this is Forget Me Not. It's a beautiful blue. It works really well in skies, I think, and florals. Or house, whatever you want to use it for. Just like, okay. The next color I'm going to do is Lapis Lazuli by Deep Deep Light. This is their version. And I think it's the Afghan one, if I'm correct. Or it might be just Lapis Lazuli. Some of them have them marked differently. I don't know. I get mixed up because I do buy other colors, like from A Gallo. I love A Gallo, and I love SA. I love Michael Harding. Michael Harding oil paints. I started with those. And then he's come out with a watercolor line that's nice. But right now I think this is what I'm using most of, the Deep Deep Light, and what I'm ordering the most of. So it's kind of like become a fast favorite. So again, these are very delicate blues. Let me do J Blue. That's a much darker blue. I believe it's a blue. Oh yes, oh yes. There we go. It's almost like an indigo, and it's called J. And it's very nice. It's very nice. I'd be interested to see if any of you like to read books and what you're reading. I work in a bookstore, and I belong to a few book clubs, and I came across a book, not through a book club, but I just started reading. It's called The Nature of Fragile Things, and it actually takes place right after the 1906 earthquake here in San Francisco. And I just started it, but I think it's going to be wonderful. And the author's name is Meissner, I think it is. I'll put it in the description if anybody's interested in reading it. I think it's gotten very good reviews on BookTube. I don't know if any of you watch BookTube, but I do. I don't know. I have my favorite creators, and I don't watch regular TV anymore. I mostly just do YouTube. I don't know if anyone else is like that, but that's kind of how it's evolved in my life. Okay, this is J Blue is really something else. I don't know if it's called J Blue, if it's just J. Let me look at it's J Blue, yeah. And then this one was Lapis Lazuli. And I think I will do 3 more colors, and then that will be a wrap for this video. Let's see. I'm going to do Forest Green, beautiful green, really love it. Wow, it's lush. It's like a gray green. There's a color in Holbein that's very nice. It's gray green, I think it is. And it's really similar, I think. I don't think it granulates like these do, but it's a similar color. That's a smaller egg. This is a tiny, kind of a skinny egg. Okay, now I'm going to do Juniper. Let's see what this Juniper. There's a Juniper from Essay that's nice, but it's a very different color. This Juniper is more of a kind of a teal green, blue. And I apologize, I don't do pigments. I just don't. I'm not making the colors, so I really don't plan on memorizing all that. I can barely memorize my phone number these days. So, anyway. Let's see. I'm kidding. Of course, I know my phone number. Okay, and the last color I am going to do today is called Captain's Gray. And this color, did I do it last time? Let me see, I might have. Let me look. I might have done it already. Nope, I am going to do Captain's Gray. Such a delight. This color, I loved it so much I got another one because I just know that once I get nervous about going through my colors too quickly, which is silly. I've got watercolors that will probably last 2 lifetimes at this point. But my favorite colors like this, because for rocks, just amazing. Or any kind of landscape. Or buildings like stones. Just you wait and see. I'm going to try and make this as big as possible so you can see the granulation and the separation of the colors. You're not going to see it right off the bat, but it will appear if I do this right. It's kind of got a grayish, greenish undertone, tone. And then you're going to see a lot more colors that are going to appear as it dries. Very, very useful color. If you like to do urban scenes, it could work for that as well. Anyway, so I'm going to label these. I'm going to let them dry, and afterwards I will show you what they look like dry and call it a day. And I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their week. Thank you for joining me. This is a very new channel. I'm very new to this. And so please be gentle. Thank you and have a great day. Okay, I am back. The colors are pretty dry. Here is Bark, Vermillion, Tuff, Soul of the Oak, Mars Black, Albert's Muss, Burnt Sienna, Rhubarb, and on to the next page, Rutas Dream, Bent Grass, Forget-Me-Not, so pretty. Lapis Lazuli. Jay Blue. Forest Green. Juniper. Captain's Gray. Beautiful, deep, deep light watercolors. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope you have a most excellent, beautiful, fantastical day and week ahead. Thank you for joining me.